I was busy just kind of studying for a test or a quiz I have tomorrow at school. But earlier today, I was able to see Tron Ares. Now, I'm not in any way, shape, or form like a die-hard Tron fan or anything like that. I actually have never even seen Tron Legacy at the time I'm shooting this video. And I had only seen half of the first Tron before watching Tron Ares. So this was kind of uncharted, almost uncharted territory for me. But I had seen online a bunch of people that were calling this movie trash and not really liking it. And so I went in with fairly modest enough expectations as somebody who's not a big fan of the franchise and is a little bit unfamiliar with it, although I have seen the first film. And I enjoyed this movie enough. I think this is a good enough Tron film where it's a film that actually does something different with the franchise in bringing the grid to the real world. But I feel like at the very same time, it's also a really flawed film. This movie seems dead set on offering you cool looking visuals and a great soundtrack from Nine Inch Nails. And those are the two things the movie does best. And they do that throughout the majority of the runtime of the film. And likewise, I think the movie's always entertaining. It's never boring. It just looks really cool and is eye appealing. But where this movie struggles, I think, is kind of where the story, plot, characters kind of kick in, where I don't think any of the characters particularly are memorable or all that compelling, and it really felt like the movie wanted you to care about our characters, like Greta Lee's character and Ares, the Jared Leto character, and I simply just didn't care about them enough. If you just want 90 minutes of Jared Leto over, like, aura farming, which is a term that is used by people my age, you'll probably get a good time out of this movie, which I did. I also wasn't crazy about the villain, kind of just this really forgettable mustache-twirling villain of the Dillinger family. And likewise, the movie has some pacing issues where it starts off, there's a whole bunch of action, and the next 40% of it, there's like barely any action, and then it picks up a little bit with more action sequences at the very end. It's just a really cool-looking movie with a great soundtrack. It's not trying to be best of the year material or anything, but it's also not nearly as bad as people are making it out to be. So I enjoyed this film.